verb piacere. So this is going to be lesson 2 of the verb piacere or piacere week. We've already discussed how the verb piacere works in Italian, and we got a basic understanding of how it all works. Then we did a practice video. There was a practice lesson. Make sure that you watch that too. What we're doing today is we're going deeper into the world of this verb piacere, and we are looking specifically at how we talk about things that people like when the subject is a third person. So basically things like, you know, Marco, Lucia, or lui, lei, loro, okay? Whenever the subject is the third person, it works a little bit differently, and we'll understand how it works that way. And this information is going to be very useful later on when we get to lesson 3 and lesson 4, all on the verb piacere. I hope you're enjoying these lessons. As you know, they've been taken straight out of one of my courses, and I'm sharing them here with you on YouTube because I know that piacere is a little bit of a nightmare for English speakers, but no more, no more, basta, mai più, finito. Ciao ciao, buona lezione, alla prossima. Well, we are definitely not done with this verb, that's only the beginning. So yes, this lesson we keep going with piacere, chapter number 2. And how is it going to be different? Well, we'll learn a bunch of new things, make more distinctions, and maybe answer some of your questions. If you had any, probably you did. So here it is. Following what I shared in the first lesson, you would agree that the top sentence and the bottom sentence are correct. So if I want to say that she likes Italian music, I would say le piace la musica italiana, right? Because that le means to her, so that's good. If I said gli piace la musica italiana, I would be meaning to him, because gli means to him, or I could be meaning to them, because gli also means to them. But another question would be natural, like who is her? Who is him? Who is them? You know, who are they actually? Yeah, I got confused with the English because I was trying to say who is her, who is him, and who is them. I say it right? I don't know. I'm very confused right now. Because the concepts are so opposite that you end up misspeaking in one of the two languages anyway. But as long as we know what we're talking about, we're fine. So, yeah, the question is, who am I talking about? When I say le piace la musica, you don't really know who I'm talking about. Like, you know that I've said she likes music, basically, but you don't know who she is, right? And that's because obviously, in Italian, like any other language, we use a pronoun to replace a noun. But the noun has to be known, right? Otherwise, we can't replace it. So, fair enough, if I'm talking about you and me, the pronoun me and ti, I don't need to specify who that is, because if I say me, it's this one. And if you say me, it's you. And if I say ti, then it's you, the person I'm talking to. And if you say ti, it's me. So, me, you, us, and you guys, it's clear, they don't need to be specified. But when it comes to the third person, singular or plural, even in English, you gotta know who him is. Or like, you know, if I say she or her, you gotta know who I'm talking about. Same in Italian. So those sentences don't quite make sense unless you know who I'm talking about. So just a reminder that le means to her, doesn't it? So basically means to Anna if I'm talking about Anna. So if I say le piace la musica, and we're talking about Anna, that le means to Anna, right? If I say gli, that means to him. So if I say gli piace la musica, and I'm talking about Mirko, then that gli means to Mirko. And finally, if I say gli piace la musica, and I'm talking about a bunch of people, or two people, then that gli would mean to them, and in this case, it would mean to Anna and Mirko. Therefore, what am I going to say now? Well, I'm going to rephrase the sentences. I'm going to change these sentences in a way that it makes more sense to somebody who doesn't know who I'm talking about yet. So I will say, a Anna piace la musica italiana. A Mirko piace la musica italiana. A Anna e Mirko piace la musica italiana. So this in English, this would sound like Anna likes Italian music, Mirko likes Italian music, Anna and Mirko like Italian music. The biggest difference is not so much in the second part of the sentence, meaning like Italian music, because when you say likes Italian music, in Italian we would say piace la musica italiana. which is the third person like in English. When you say like Italian music, well, that's when it's different, because in Italian, the subject is still Italian music. So we're still going with piace. The fact that Italian music is pleasing to more than one person doesn't change the verb, because the verb is determined by the thing that is liked in Italian. So that's big problem number one. Big problem number two is the to whom this thing is pleasing. So in English we say she likes, so she is the subject. But in Italian we're saying that music is pleasing to her or to Anna. Remember that to like, or Italian piacere, is a matter of being pleasing to somebody. So you must have that a. A Anna means to Anna. Now if I wanted to speak better sounding Italian, and it's totally irrelevant to the lesson, but I could say ad Anna e Mirko for them, and for the first sentence I could say ad Anna. I'm just making the a Anna sound less silly by throwing in the d. But it's just for sound reasons, it doesn't change the grammar that I'm talking about now. So when I say ad Anna piace la musica, I need the a because it's a matter of being pleasing to this girl, to Anna. So when I say here le piace, that le already means to her. It's a pronoun that means to her. But now I don't want to use the pronoun. I don't want to use the pronoun that disappears because it's not clear. I don't know who you're talking about, Manu. So I'm going to use the person's name. But it's still a matter of being pleasing to that person's name. So it's a Anna piace la musica. A Mirko piace la musica. Ad Anna e Mirko, because there's two of them, piace la musica. So nothing changed except for, nothing changed. I replaced the pronouns with the to and the person's name. That's all I've done. Right. So let's try this. You try to tell me, my sister likes Italy. Well, if you're unsure, let's step back and say, okay, my sister likes Italy is basically me trying to say that Italy is pleasing to my sister. Yeah? So, my sister goes there, and then is pleasing, Italy is pleasing goes here. So what version of piacere are we going to use? Piace or piacciono? Italy is singular, right? So piace. And then Italy, which comes with its own article, piace l'Italia. So all I have to do here before piace l'Italia is say to whom Italy is pleasing. Now in this case it's to my sister. A, and then my sister is mia sorella. Now you say, but man, I didn't know the word. Yes, my apologies then. A mia sorella, to my sister. We haven't done possessives yet, so you don't really know how to say my. A mia sorella piace l'Italia. This is weird when you look at it with English eyes, obviously, because it's to my sister. It's pleasing Italy. Again, reverse sentence. Italy is pleasing to my sister. A mia sorella piace l'Italia. A mia sorella piace l'Italia. Now, try this. The doctor likes my sister. So that's the kind of structure that we want. Right? How does that go? So, to the doctor. So, to, and then the doctor. Yeah? A il dottore. Now, later on, you will learn that a il is shortened to al, although you already know because you've heard it so many times. But al dottore, so to the doctor, and then what? Al dottore piace mia sorella. Now, this means that the doctor likes my sister. Although your ears are perceiving the opposite, because dottore comes first in Italian. But it's mia sorella piace al dottore. Now, here's a little secret. And I hope I don't regret sharing it with you. No, I hope I don't regret sharing it with you because sometimes when I say you could also do this, then you start doing that the whole time because it's the closest to English. But in Italian, that's not the way we do it that normally. Most of the times we would use the Italian way, which is this complicated way, but it wouldn't be wrong to say what I've just said. So the correct way is al dottore piace mia sorella, because that's the standard Italian way. But it wouldn't be incorrect to say mia sorella piace al dottore. The reason I don't want you to do it all the time, because one, it's not the standard way, it's weird. It's still grammatically correct because Italian is really flexible with location of pieces in the sentence, but if you start doing this, which is like you're trying to match the English structure, it's okay for as long as you remember to make what is the subject in English, you make that the recipient, and you use the preposition a, because that thing is pleasing to that person. So, mia sorella piace al dottore. Your temptation as an English speaker, sorry to make assumptions, but I've done this for 20 years with English speakers, is to say this. Mia sorella piace il dottore, because that matches my sister likes the doctor. But that's just not the way it works in Italian, so mia sorella piace, that means my sister is pleasing, and then it's to the doctor, so it's al dottore. So while this structure is possible, I ask you not to use it or overuse it because it's not the standard way of saying it. Perfetto. Now, let's switch it around. Let's have my sister like the doctor. So before we had al dottore piace mia sorella, but now we want to say that my sister likes the doctor. A mia sorella piace il dottore. A mia sorella piace il dottore. To my sister, the doctor is pleasing. Okay? So a mia sorella piace il dottore. So when the doctor likes my sister, then it's al dottore piace mia sorella. And when my sister likes the doctor, is a mia sorella piace il dottore. Perfetto. If I haven't confused enough, let me give you some reminders, tips, secrets, stuff like that. So remember to switch the subject and object. So what in English appears to be the object, the thing that is liked, in Italian that becomes the subject. It goes at the end of the sentence and it determines whether we're using piace or piacciono. So liking is a matter of being pleasing to someone. Therefore, you will need the indirect object pronoun, which is the pronoun that means to me, to you, to him, to her, and so on, or a followed by the pronoun. So it could be a lei, a lui, or it could be a plus the person's name, a Michael, a Emanuele, a Filippo, a Maria. And never say stuff like, so those sentences are incorrect, Anna piace la musica. Now again, this would be an attempt to replicate the English structure, where you say Anna likes music. But in Italian, Anna is not the subject. So it's not, Anna doesn't start the sentence. You actually start with a Anna, to Anna. You don't start with io, because io would be the subject, but piace is not the verb conjugated for io. So you would have to say mi piace, because you need a pronoun and not the subject pronoun. Yes, good, I said it right. Okay, benissimo. La seconda lezione su piacere è finita, out of the way, and now it's time to practice. I mean, not right now, but later it's time to practice what we've just learned, which is the extra bit of information about piacere. Ok? In bocca al lupo, buon lavoro!
Wow.